Hey everyone, it's Mother Bear Tarot. Welcome to my channel. In today's reading, we are going to be finding out how and when you guys are coming into your villain era. I thought this would be such a fun, just a fun idea to see what's going on in your life, how you guys are looking after yourselves, because I feel like a lot of the times we're focused on helping other people or making sure that other people are okay, and I feel like a little bit of the villain archetype is like looking out after yourself, going after your own dreams and your own goals and stuff. So I thought it would be fun to see when you guys are coming into your villain era, or if you guys are already in it, and what's going to be happening. So we have 4 piles for you to choose from. Pile number 1 with this beautiful citrine right here, this honeysuckle citrine stone. Pile number 1. Pile number 2, this amethyst. Pile number 3, this green aventurine stone. And finally, pile number 4, this clear quartz crystal. Okay, so it's totally normal, especially as villains, we can take as much as we want, right? It's totally normal for you guys to feel drawn to more than one pile. So if you feel drawn to more than one, make sure to check out all of the readings that you feel drawn to, because there's going to be messages in there for you. And I'll see all of you lovelies in your reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 1. This is your reading for what is coming up in your villain era, how it is happening, what your origin story is. We're just going to have so much fun with this reading. And this is if you chose the honeysuckle citrine right there. And it was just 111 on the clock. So obviously you are meant to be here just for yourself, just as you are right now. Okay, so the first big card that came out was the Judgment card. Okay, I feel like that this, not that this is your origin story, but that this is something that you deal with a lot. I feel like you have faced judgment a lot from other people, and like your entire life, you have been judged by other people for your appearance, for your intellect, for a lot of different things. And now you are the one who is judging others, okay? Not saying that that is a good thing or a bad thing, but you are now in the position where you have authority over other people, okay? Whereas before, I feel like for a lot of your life, other people had authority and judgment over you, okay, as like the main kind of theme that is coming out for you guys. We have the 9 of Cups, the 10 of Swords in reverse, the Magician, the 3 of Coins, the 8 of Cups in reverse, and the 2 of Coins in reverse. So we do have some reversal cards, and we also have 2 major arcana cards, which is really cool. So I feel like you, like I was saying with the Judgment card, maybe because of this judgment that you faced growing up, maybe you guys were bullied for some of you, you didn't realize the power that actually laid inside of you. You did not realize the power that you had inside of you, okay? With the 9 of Cups and Ursula showing up here, and the Magician and the Voodoo Man, I think is what he is. He's from The Princess and the Frog. The Voodoo Man, I think is what he is. If that is not right, let me know in the comments down below. But with both of these showing up, it's like you recognize how much power you actually hold now. You recognize how much power you hold, and you recognize your emotional intelligence. You're actually very emotionally intelligent. Okay, and you have come with the 8 of Cups here. You have come from a place of like walking away from a lot of hurt, walking away from a lot of judgment, and that has possibly made you a little bit bitter, which I mean is normal for anybody, especially if they were judged harshly or they were bullied or anything like that. And with the Magician showing up here, you know exactly what you want, and you're going after it. Like that, like this is not stopping you. This pain, this suffering, this kind of shadow aspect of yourself is not stopping you from achieving that goal. In fact, it's actually propelling you forward. With the 10 of Swords in reverse, this was one of the first cards that came out that like immediately grabbed my attention, because I was shuffling it and it like hit 4 different things on my table and then fell off the table in reverse. So like, to me, this pain that you've had in the past, or that you've dealt with in the past, because it's in reverse, you aren't letting that pain hold you back. In fact, you're actually letting that pain fuel you to achieve the things that you want. Okay? That is kind of like, for me, what I see as your villain origin story, if you will, is like, you're letting this pain fuel you to this magician, to this like 9 of Cups situation, where you're like, you know what? All of that pain, all of that is being transmuted into this power, because I know I have so much power and potential inside of you, or inside of me. And with the 2 of Coins here showing up, it's like, instead of you having to make a decision, you've already made the decision. Like, there's no decision to be made. You've already made this decision. You're like Megamind, like he just, if you've seen Megamind, where he's like, you know, I could have had this like hero kind of origin story, but I got knocked around a little bit and the universe sent me to prison. Okay, not that you guys are going to prison, but like his story, right? And the decision was made for him. So this decision is out of your hands. Like, this has been made for you because you have received so much judgment in the past. And with the 3 of Coins showing up here, I feel like there may be other people involved in like your trajectory, like-minded people, or like henchmen, if we're sticking with the villains theme, like people behind you who are like, yes, we've got your back no matter what, right? So that is kind of what I see for you guys, is that you recognize that you have a lot of power. With the Magician, I just thought you're very good at like making things seem one way and them actually being another way. Like, I don't want to say like manipulation, but like low-key a little bit of manipulation. Like, you could, if you need to, you can like manipulate people, okay? Or you can manipulate the situation into whatever it is that you want. Like, same thing with Ursula. It's like that same kind of like manipulative energy that you have, okay? And that comes from this place of judgment, from this pain that you've dealt with for probably your entire life. Okay, so we're going to get some more information. I am going to use this, which is the Herbarary Oracle deck. And we're just going to get some more information about your villain era and like what it is that you're actually looking forward to. So like, we kind of went over some shadow aspects, okay, but not every villain is bad. There's so many lovable villains. Like, for me, like I've said, Megamind, I absolutely love Megamind, and he ends up turning out to be a hero in the end, okay? Not all villains are these horrible people, right? They're just misunderstood sometimes. Oh, wow, this one came right out. We have Tough Love, Lavender. Yeah, Tough Love, Lavender. Okay, yeah, see, you're a tiger. Like, you've had to deal with, like, other people's what's right, like manipulation, I want to say. Like, you've had to deal with like the judgments of other people. You've had to deal with like maybe a really tough upbringing, okay? And you moving forward, see how we have the rabbit in the background in the lavender? Like, you have this loving energy starting to come through for you, and that is going to help you, especially with the Magician. Like, that is going to help you. I just think about, oh, probably because of this guy, like the Mad Hatter from like Alice in Wonderland. Like, he's not like really like a villain, but he kind of low-key is. Like, you're going to have like, again, being able to manipulate the situation into getting what you want, right? Into the, like, showing other people these illusions so that you can get to the place that you want to, or believing in yourself to the point of it actually coming through for you, because you know that you can do anything with any of the energy you have around you, okay? The next card we have is Pay Attention, Nettle. Okay, yeah, again, it's like people don't expect you to be the way that you are, because you come across, your looks, the way that you behave when somebody first meets you is very much like the nettle, like very soft, very beautiful, like, you know, oh my gosh, I want to go and pick that plant because it just looks so beautiful. And then they touch your stem and you sting them, right? They expect you to be one way and you're actually totally different from what they expect you to be, right? That kind of like the stingingness of the nettle, right? And it doesn't last for long. Not that you're doing anything crazy, but like you most definitely come across as very soft, very demure. Again, with this kind of tiger thing, you come across as very soft, very demure. And then you're like, I'm going to use that to my advantage because I don't trust a lot of people because of your past. Okay? We're going to get, I guess this one wanted to come out too. We have Perseverance, Dandelion. Yeah. Yes, like a weed. Like people, not that you're a weed. Okay, don't take offense to that. Sorry. But you can grow in whatever situation because you've dealt with so much pain in your past. You've dealt with bullying. You've dealt with things that other people have not dealt with or wouldn't expect you to have dealt with, okay? So we're going to get a couple more cards. We're going to use the Moonology Oracle deck right here. And like I said, we will have all the decks linked down below. So let's see what pile number one, some more energy, some more messages about their villain era. What is happening for them in their villain era? Okay. Yeah, bottom of the deck. Okay. We have, it's time to release negativity. Okay. So coming to a close with your villain era, I feel like you're going to come to a point when you realize, like, even though you can get whatever it is that you want in like this kind of like magician, voodoo man type of way that we were talking about before, you're going to realize that to find your true happiness, to be the conqueror of these like terrible things that have happened to you, it's time for you to go through this transformation of releasing the negativity, releasing this pain, and instead of allowing that pain to fuel you to be, no, I don't want to, negative, I guess, fueling you to be what you, like, in spite of other people, that's what I'm looking for. Like, instead of allowing this energy, this negativity to fuel you to spite other people because you've had all of this pain, this bullying, or whatever it is in the past, you're realizing that it's actually a lot better for you to get revenge on them by showing them that they didn't stop you. They didn't break you. They may have caused you pain, they may have caused you suffering, but they did not stop you from achieving what it is that you wanted. Okay? And you're releasing that negativity because you're becoming a happier person. You're realizing that all of this negativity in the past is not going to stop you. Okay? And that is the best way for you to get your vengeance over these people. Instead of going about it in a manipulative way, you're going about it in a, you know what? I love myself so much that nobody can bring me down. That's how you are coming into your villain era. Okay, you're looking after yourself instead of worrying about other people, right? So we're going to get one final message for pile number one about their villain era. Let's do this card right here. Yes! Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Expect powerful change. Wow. You guys are changing, right? You are not being, you are not keeping yourself small if that's something that you were doing. You are not staying in this like negative, manipulative situation that you've allowed people to, like the judgment of other people on the pain and the hurt that you've experienced. You're now transmuting that energy by the end of your villain era with the Magician and with Ursula. You're transmuting all of that energy, and you are able to change yourself into the person that you've always wanted to be. Okay, so by the end of your villain era and you coming out of it is you recognizing how powerful you are in the best way possible. There's lots of power. You guys have so much power inside of you, and you are now going to be able to have used all of your experiences, all of your like villainness, right? To transmute this into such a positive and powerful change. That's why we have the sun front and center right here. I was trying to figure out why we were having the sun come up. This makes so much sense to me right now. It's like the dandelion. You persevere constantly. And your pain that you've gone through, your villain era, if you will, has caused this perseverance. And that is what you were receiving at the end of all of this, is that no matter what, you have learned to persevere. No one can get you down, okay? So pile number 1, oh, I totally just hit the camera. Pile number 1, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, okay? And I hope you guys resonated with this. This is a villain era reading, but it's like you origin story, how you became a villain, why you became a villain, and how you come out of being a villain and how it has changed you. And I'm so excited that I decided to do this because there were so many great messages for you guys. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, make sure to thumbs up, make sure to let me know in the comments down below with a sun emoji, so that I know and everybody else knows you made it to the end of your reading. And I'll see all of your villainy faces in my next reading. Love you. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. This is your reading if you chose the amethyst crystal right here. Okay, and we're going to be deep diving into what your villain origin story is, what is currently going on in your villain story, and how your villain story is going to kind of end, like how you're going to come out of this villain era. Okay, so we've got 7 cards here. We've got the Justice card in reverse as like the main energy of your reading. We also have the 8 of Cups in reverse, the Page of Cups in reverse, the Empress upright, the Chariot upright, Queen of Swords upright, and then the 9 of Coins in reverse. Okay, so we have a lot of reversal cards. We have a couple major arcana cards, so there's lots of energy moving throughout you, but would not expect any less from a villain like yourself. Okay, so first card I want to start off with is this Justice card in reverse. Okay, so the feeling I get is that you are somebody who has had, you've been done dirty. Okay, let's just put it lightly that way. There is something out there, a situation, a person, something in your past that was not just, was not rightly done to you, or you weren't given the justice that you deserved in a certain situation, and that is what is kind of like causing, it's like the root of your origin story, I want to say, that pain there, that justice, and you have a lot of bitterness towards that. Okay, you have a lot of bitterness towards that, and it has made you into this person who can see the right and wrong. I want to say it's like kind of vigilantism. I don't want to say it's like fully like a villain kind of mindset for most of you. Some of you, it could totally be a full villain mindset. But for most of you, it's like you've been done dirty, so like you want to get back at the people who have done dirty to you. So like that's why we have the Chariot here. Like you are driving the getaway car. Like you are somebody who is like, okay, let's get in, get out, and like get done with this, because I just know that this needs to be done as quickly as possible, or you're trying to receive the justice that you want or that you deserve as quickly as possible, and you've tried so many different routes on how to get there. And I feel like you're kind of moving towards wanting to like vigilante, like you're like the anti-hero hero, you know what I mean? Like you're going around, you're doing bad things to bad people, but like, you know, you're still doing bad things, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, so with the Eight of Cups in reverse, it says to me that you haven't walked away from this. Like you have not left this emotional kind of baggage behind yet. Like you're still very much entangled in this emotional baggage, and that is kind of what is driving you forward with the Chariot here. And with the Page of Cups in reverse, to me, it just says like you are not... you are either one of two people. You are either so out of touch with your emotions, like you're just like very cold and don't have emotions because this like injustice has been done to you in the past, or you are on the total opposite side where you are totally out of whack with your emotions and you're a very emotional person and it's very like up and down and you can't control your emotions, which is why you have this like craziness of Cruella de Vil. Like look at her face, like she's driving the getaway car and she's coming, like she does not care what you say, what you have done. Like she's coming for you, you know what I mean? Like that is the energy that I'm getting from you guys, especially because we have the Empress and the Queen of Swords upright as well. And to me that's like somebody has either like mocked your intelligence, mocked your beauty, or you use your beauty and you use your intelligence, right? This might be more accurate. You use your beauty and you use your intelligence to your advantage as a villain, right? So that you can sneak up behind you people and they don't recognize that you're doing that until it's too late, right? With the Nine of Coins showing up here to me, again, that just shows like you are trying to achieve this like this justice that you've been looking for, but you won't achieve this justice because you're going about it all the wrong way. Like as a villain, like you're always like bitter and caught up in like trying to have revenge or trying to do something because it's coming from a place of hurt instead of, you know, trying to heal that within you. Even though somebody has done something terrible to you or there has been something done terrible to you, you still kind of use your intelligence, you use your charm, you use your looks. Like the Empress to me, especially because this is the mother from Rapunzel, like she is all about herself. And she is like, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, I want this. I'm going to use my beauty. I'm going to use my charm. I'm going to use my singing voice to get me whatever it is that I want. And, like, some of you out there could be kind of, like, falling under the category of vain. But, again, like, all of this comes from this place of having something terrible happen to you with, like, this Justice card in reverse, okay? So this is kind of like your villain origin story and kind of like the energy that still surrounds you or has been surrounding you for a long time, like where you've come from and how that's resulted in like the way that you're acting now. Okay, and we're gonna get a couple more cards just to see kind of like what energy is around you right now and how you can kind of start to get away from your villain era. Okay, and come into a healthy villain era, you know what I mean? Like actual self-love villain era, okay? I will link all of the cards and the decks that I use down below. Okay, we have Trillium, Spirit into Matter. Spirit into Matter, Trillium. Okay, wow. I'm going to actually read that one because I have not actually received this card yet. I'm going to put it right here. Okay, and I'm going to read this from the book for you guys, because, yeah, not that this is a new deck, but have yet to actually get the Trillium card. Trillium is a rare jewel brightening the forest floor, quietly watching the darkness. She's not waiting for ghouls or ghosts. She fears nothing in these dim-lit woods. No, Trillium is waiting on the first fleeting sparks of new life. Come, she says, drawing you deeper into the consciousness of the trees. Let's see what shall be born. While she's been waiting births of millennia, Trillium's recently developed her invisibility, quietly blending into leaf mulch and fern patches, the dark spaces where ideas are incubated. On the edge of the abyss of all and nothing, she's ready to ease the transition from spirit to matter. Trillium helps with births. She often sees the first spark when others still see the darkness. That is where you kind of need to be going, like, especially because you have that Empress energy already present, like transmuting that kind of like, let me birth, you know, my pain and suffering into like kind of like a not kind of fun or good way. Let's birth it into something beautiful. Let's birth it into like these beautiful gems here. Let's birth it into beauty. I really get the sense, and I got this before, but I didn't want to say it. I kind of said something about being vain. I think that beauty could be very important to you, or maybe this justice has made you kind of value beauty in a way that like you want to make things beautiful. You want to have like beautiful things around you. Maybe you are really into like natural beauty or like beauty products or makeup or even like jewelry, like things like that. And that kind of energy you've had with the Empress and the Queen of Swords, like your intellect and your beauty, like the way that you view the world, it's going to help you come at this with the Trillium in a different and unique way to birth like this goodness into the world, like using your villain era to birth these beautiful ideas into existence instead of birthing ideas that not only are harming you but maybe are harming other people. Okay, and then this card wanted to stay. Sorry, I just almost dropped the whole deck. Comfrey, what needs mending? Yeah, look at how pretty this card is. Yeah, you guys are definitely at this moment in time going through a transformation. Old habits, like these old kind of villainous habits, are being left behind. They're being left in the dust because they, you know, as you age, as you become older, as you are in this kind of chrysalis state, you start to really turn to goo. And you know that if it wasn't for this injustice that happened to you, that you wouldn't be in the space that you're in now. Like, you truly at your core are a wonderful, beautiful, happy, nurturing person. But you've had so many things that have happened to you that have kind of put you on this path of like maybe being self-centered or being villainous, right? But you're still caught up in your emotions, or because, like I said, for some of you, I feel like most of you, you're caught up in your emotions, but for some of you, you haven't experienced a lot of emotions and something is going to happen to you, right? What needs mending? Your emotions need mending. And something is going to happen in the near future that is going to force you out of this chrysalid like state, or this kind of like monotone state, right? And you're going to birth in this beautiful thing from spirit into matter. You're going to birth a new version of you in that is all stemming from your origin story, your villain origin story. So we're going to get one more card from this deck for you guys for your villain origin story. We'll see what else needs to come up. Okay, we have Vervain, let magic in. Yes. You're letting the magic in. Maybe a lot of you, because of this injustice, have put this bubble around yourself and you haven't allowed yourself to experience life or happiness in the way that you wanted it to, because you never thought that you could. And you've been down like you haven't gone down all of these other paths. You've only stayed on one path. And now you're going into a space where you want to go down other paths. You want to explore what's out there for you. You want to explore this happiness in your life. You don't want to be this villainous person. Like, you don't want to be somebody who is constantly checking over their shoulder or constantly only looking out for themselves. It's exhausting. And you, as a smart person, know, right, with the 9 of coins, you know that you are trying to get to this wish, this dream that you have. You have the secret dream inside of you, right? Spirit into matter. You are bringing that magic, that spirit finally out, and you're able to change you're able to flip this 9 of coins into upright, into this wish, into this dream, by using your beauty, your intelligence, your emotions, okay? So we're going to use this Moonology Oracle deck right here. Oh, sorry, just give me a second. One of my cards just flew all the way off the table. Okay, we have, you are very close to achieving your goal. Okay, as a villain, you're not going to let anything stop you. You're not going to let anything stand in your way. Okay, you are very goal-oriented as this villain. And this chrysalid moment of you, like, emerging from the chrysalis, or this trillium moment, like, you're on the cusp of letting the magic in, of letting the veil down, of letting your hair down like Rapunzel, right? You're on that cusp. You can see it, you can taste it. But the only way for you to be able to achieve that goal, right, is to get into the chariot and drive in a different direction. Go down a different path that you've never been down before. Because you keep staying on the same path or similar paths because of your past experiences, okay? Pile number 2. One more thing I wanted to say before I move on to the final card is with the amethyst is a crystal that is connected to the third eye chakra. And I just want to say, like, we do have a lot of, like, purple coming out for you guys. I know that the Disney villain cards are purple, but everything else has a little bit of purple in it. And to me, that just, like, shows, like, that you guys are very intuitive, whether or not you have allowed yourself to believe in your intuition, because a lot of you probably don't listen to your own intuition because you have this, like, jaded past, this bitter past, right? Like, oh, I tried to do this thing and it didn't actually work out and I got, like, screwed over royally, or something really bad happened to me in the past, and you maybe don't trust yourself fully because maybe there is a part of you that low-key blames not only the other person or the other people or the situation, but you may also blame yourself, okay? Which is why the Page of Cups is in reverse. Like, maybe that's why your emotions are so out of whack, is because you don't fully trust yourself and your intuition. And I'm here to tell you to let that magic in, let that intuition in, okay? So we're going to get one final card for pile number 2 of what is happening at the end of their villain era, how they're coming out of it, how they are mending their villain era. Oh my gosh. Don't let your past hold you back. Do not let your past hold you back. Okay, pile number 2, do not let this injustice hold you back, because you're just letting that person win, you're letting that situation win, right? The only way for you to become, like, the true villain of your story, the true hero, the true winner of your story, is by not letting your past hold you back, not letting that other situation, that other person continue to have power over you. That's probably why you've been in a chrysalis for so long, especially with the Page of Cups, like your emotions out of whack or not allowing yourself to feel emotions, is because you don't trust your emotions, you don't trust other people. And it's time for you to let that go, let that magic in, drive that chariot down a different path. Okay? You have so much inside of you. I wanted to get the bottom of this deck. Yeah, step out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone. That's going to be really important for you. Again, more purple. Stepping out of your comfort zone, starting to believe and trust yourself, trust your emotions, okay? So pile number 2, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I know it was a little bit different, maybe a little bit heavy, but I wanted to kind of put a little bit of like an upbeat, fun twist on maybe a heavier topic, because I know it can be hard to deal with some of these emotions sometimes. So if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe, and let's put a butterfly emoji in the comments down below so that I know and everybody else knows you made it to the end of your reading. Okay, I 100% resonate with your villain era. I have something very similar that has happened to me. So if you guys want to check out my art store or my other YouTube channel, I will have everything linked in the description box down below, and I will see all of your villainous, lovely faces, or not your faces, but your energies in my next reading soon. Love you. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. This is your reading if you chose this beautiful green aventurine stone right here. Okay, and we are going to be looking at everything that has been happening to you in the past, kind of your villain origin story, your villain era, what is currently going on with you, and getting some advice from the universe or from God, whatever you want to call it, about how to kind of take everything that you've learned during your villain story and turn yourself into the hero of your own story, okay? So we have 6 cards, and then we have the main energy card right here. So the very first card we have is the Hermit card, and he is the one that is in the position of like the overall energy of your origin story or your overall villain type of energy, okay? You're the Hermit. You're the one who like comes up with these crazy ideas all by yourself. You're a recluse. Or if you are not a recluse, maybe you're a secret recluse, like in your mind, you don't like to be around a lot of other people, because maybe you have a jaded past, maybe something terrible kind of like went on with other people in the past, or maybe you're just the type of person who likes to be by themselves. That's totally fine. I am very much like that. I wouldn't say a loner, but like I enjoy my peace and quiet, right? And the Hermit card coming up here to me shows like you tend to get lost in your own work. You tend to get lost in your own world. And if we're looking at the 10 of coins in reverse right here, right? This is like the castle, and like everything's dark except for this one room where the red's coming out. Again, it's like very much like, even though there might be other people around, or maybe you're in this place of like it's a big space, you're very much by yourself. You like to be by yourself, okay? You like to keep your own company. And I think that also the 10 of coins in reverse just shows like you guys have dealt with maybe some failures or some hardships when it comes to like material wealth, or to just like materialistic kind of objects in general, or with people like family or friends, because the suit of coins, which is the suit of pentacles, talks about like the earthly tangible things. So to me, like with your I keep wanting to say Disney villain because this is the Disney villain tarot deck, I'll have it linked down below, but with your villain origin story, like maybe that is why you like to be in this Hermit energy. You like to be by yourself because bad things have happened with friends, with family, with money. Like you like to keep by yourself because you only want to have to worry about you. You don't want to have to worry about other people. Okay? And that's also the Queen of Wands energy as well. Like you have this like maybe this way that you come off to other people, like other people see you a certain way, right? But you're actually like this like a reclusive person that just likes to be by themselves. Like you like to maybe show off like your goods to other people, but you don't spend your money on anybody else but yourself. Like that's kind of like the feeling I get from the Queen of Wands. And also, you're somebody who is very fiery and passionate, and not that you don't know how to control your emotions, but maybe you just don't care about if, like, especially if you are a fire sign like a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sometimes your words can come off as like biting or like too fiery sometimes to other people. Like it might just be a little too hot for other people to handle. Do you know what I mean? And then we also have the Three of Wands over here. And again, it's just like you're at the cusp of this new adventure going off, but you're going off by yourself, right? So this journey for you doesn't include a lot of people. Your origin story, it has made you jaded, so that's why you like to keep to yourself, or you don't like to share your emotions with other people, your true emotions, because you don't think anybody's going to understand you because of everything you've gone through in the past, or you think people are going to judge you harshly for that. So moving into like the energy that's kind of around you now, we've got like the Three of Wands and the Hangman. And you're trying to kind of teeter on this like adventure of like you're like at the front door. You're not really sure if you should walk through the front door and like take a step outside, because like you're kind of bored. Like it's kind of, even like people who like being by themselves get a little bit bored when they're just in the same space all the time. And I feel like maybe you guys have been stuck in this space for a while, and even though you have been able to be selfish and take care of yourself and do all of the things that you want to do, maybe you also are keeping yourself closed in because you don't want to, again, with the Ten of Coins in reverse, you don't want to experience that loss again. And you're starting to kind of make a mindset shift, like, well, I can still go out and do things and like experience the world, but I don't need to like put so much pressure on myself that like I have to stay inside all the time. Or like I can make friends, but I can make a small group of friends who I truly trust, right? And I think that that is super important as like your villain kind ofness. Like I don't even really want to call you guys villains. I just kind of want to call you like, yeah, like a hermit. Like you're just kind of like doing your own thing. And I guess that could come off as a villain to some people, because it's like, how could you be so selfish? But it's like, it's not like you're really doing anything bad. You're just being selfish and taking care of yourself. And I guess like that comes from maybe seeing something fall, seeing friendships fail. Sorry about that, pile number 3. My camera battery just died, so I'm not sure where it cut out, but I'm just going to talk about the Three of Wands and the Hangman position. Like, I feel like you guys have had past relationships, friendships, family things in the past, like, have failed, or you've seen them, like, falling apart, like, in not a healthy, good way. Like, everything has been very explosive, extreme for you, or very negative for you in that aspect, which is why we have the Ten of Coins in reverse. And now you're coming into a time where you're really focusing on, you know, going on this path by yourself. That's why we have the Three of Wands. You want to change the trajectory of where you've been. You're like, this castle is boring now. I need to get out. I need to smell the roses. But that doesn't mean that you have to become this whole new, like, super vivacious, not introverted, extroverted person, right? That you aren't. Okay, maybe some of you are and have been holding that back. For a lot of you, I feel like you are this introverted person, which is why you've been stuck in this hermit mode, and you're starting to put your neck out there. You're starting to try and explore and look at the world with new eyes. And I think that when you start to have a new perspective on your life and on what has happened in the past, that's where you're going to come into this King of Coins and Empress. Like, you guys have so much out there waiting for you in this new journey, right? The 10 of Coins, I feel like people who have experienced like the lowest of lows can also experience the highest of highs. But they block themselves into thinking like, oh, I've experienced so much terrible things that it's like, it's impossible for me to be able to experience these amazing things, or like nothing good ever comes to me because they've experienced these things. That's kind of the energy I get. Like, you're like, I'm safe in my house. I only have to worry about myself and my cat or my dog or my 5 cats or my snake, maybe, if you have a snake. But you're coming into this place of like recognizing how truly abundant you actually are. Like, you guys are so freaking abundant. Not just like, it doesn't have to be just about money, right? It could be abundant in intelligence, in love. Like, you guys don't even understand how much love you have that's possible for you, especially because we have the Empress here. Like, the Empress is the card of like the motherly card, the card of birth, the card of fertility, the card of love. Like, you have so much freaking love that you have at your disposal, and that's why this situation has hurt you so much, right? Because you have so much love and you care so much, okay? But it's the only way for you to get into this place of feeling abundant, feeling the love, feeling this Empress and this King of Coins energy is by allowing yourself to put your neck out there and change your perspective on things, okay? Instead of allowing yourself to stay in your castle, you know, inside of your home. Okay, so we're going to get some more cards about some advice from like the universe, from spirit, just to see like how you guys can start to have this perspective change, have this King of Coins energy. Okay, we have Defying Gravity. What is this called? Reishi? Reishi? I'm so sorry, guys. It's so dry in my room right now. I'm just having a coughing fit at this moment in time. But what I was saying was, you guys are like this caterpillar, like this small little being that is mighty, who is ready to go off on this new adventure, even though it's scary as hell. And you're defying all odds. You're defying gravity. You're defying this 10 of Coins in reverse situation that you've lived with for your entire life, and you're taking it step by step. That's the other thing with the 3 of Wands. You're taking things step by step, and that's how you're going to get to the place that you want to be at. Okay, that's how you're going to start going down the path that you are meant to be on, okay? We're going to get a couple more cards from this deck, but I just think that it's really cool that we have, like, you have so much potential inside of you. Like I was saying with the 10 of Coins, you have so much, you've had to deal with so many different kind of failures in your life, or traumas in your life, that has allowed you to stay into this like small box. And now you're like, you know what? No, actually, I need to go out on the limb. I need to actually defy this story that I'm telling myself. And that's because you are such a strong person, because you've had to deal with these terrible things. You don't even realize how strong you really are. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog Butters. He's walking around being a little Chad right now. Okay, the next card we have is Center and Ground, Red Clover. Yeah. You're finally tapping into your heart. You're finally tapping into your heart. Maybe you guys have kind of put your heart away for a really long time because of everything that's happened. And you're finally allowing things to sprout out from your heart. Your dreams, your hopes, your desires, your goals are starting to come out. Which is like, again, like you're birthing that kind of Empress energy. You're birthing like beauty. You're birthing luck into your world. Like Clover, when I think about Clover, I think about luck. Right? you have so much luck behind you, right? With the King of Coins coming up here too. You have so much luck, so much love, so much joy. You have this flip side that you don't even realize because, again, you've experienced such like terrible things in the past. And you don't realize how much goodness you actually do have in your life, or that is even possible for your life, and you're starting to come into that place. So getting outside again and not being inside constantly, especially over the last couple of years since 2020, I know that a lot of us have been stuck inside. So getting outside and centering and grounding yourself, being outside in nature, is going to help your heart. It's going to help your heart chakra, okay? So we're going to get one more card from this deck for my pile number 3s. See what else, what other information they need for their villain era, for their, what is going on. I'm going to grab from the bottom of the deck. Ooh, yeah, forbidden fruit, apple. Yeah, you, like I was saying, like I feel like you think that this apple is forbidden, like this joy, this love is forbidden from you because you've had these things not work out in the past, or you've had a family breakup, or whatever it is. There's so many different avenues this could be because this is a general reading, but you don't realize how much you have inside of you with the King of Coins and with the Empress, okay? So we're going to get a couple cards from the Moonology deck just to finish off your reading, okay? So can we get a few more messages for pile number 3? Oh. Bring love into the situation. Guys, that's what I was talking about with your heart. You literally have bring love into the situation of the heart and the Empress, right? Bringing love into the situation is going to help you guys actually move forward down the path. But the first step is to literally just leave the house. To leave the house, leave the space that you're in constantly, whether that's the physical space or the mental space that you guys are constantly in. And I know that it's easier said than done, especially if this is like the first time that you're really venturing out from your hermit state. But bringing love, the love of the world, love of animals, love of drawing, whatever it is that you love, I would say bring that into the situation, okay? Like, if you love cats, go to a cat cafe. I don't know why that is a specific message. I have never said that once in a reading before, but somebody out there needs to hear that. Go to a cat cafe and snuggle all the little kitties, okay? And bring love into the situation. Maybe that's going to help you center and ground too, okay? So we're going to get one final message for... You know what? We're going to get 2 messages because they wanted to come out together. We have surrender to the divine. Oh, it was just 11:11 on the clock as I said that. That's so funny. Okay. Surrender to the divine, full moon. Yeah. This villain era for you is coming to a close. Like, this is coming to a close. This hermit energy, this selfishness is coming to a close because you guys have so much love to give to other people. I find that people, and I might have already said this, but people who have experienced the lowest of lows can love the deepest and the vastest, and you don't even know that because you haven't fully experienced it yet, but you will soon. You will in the next chapter of your story. And then we also, look at how much, we've got lots of like full moon energy. We have emotions are running high, super moon. Yeah, you guys are going to be experiencing like a lot of new emotions in this next chapter just because, again, like this is all new. So it could be overwhelming, which is why we have the center and grounding card coming up here and why we have like a lot of like kind of like tree motifs in these cards. Okay, and the Empress, like bringing love and centering and grounding yourself outside is going to be really helpful for you, okay, because we also have new moon in Aquarius, which is an air sign, so lots of crazy things are going to be happening, but important to not stay stuck in the castle. Do not stay stuck in the castle because that is going to drain your energy. It's not going to help you move forward, and it's going to keep you stuck in the same cycle of, I'm standing at the front door, I'm ready to go outside, but I can't take the first step outside because I'm terrified, or I just like, it's so uncomfortable for me to move, right? So pile number 3, and this makes so much sense with the green aventurine too. Adventure. You guys need to go on an adventure. Like this whole group is all about like stopping being selfish, or stopping this selfish behavior, so that you can go on this adventure, so you can become the best version of you, so you can help other people, because you deserve that and other people deserve that, and you shouldn't let your villain origin story hold you back, right? So pile number 3, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe, and let's put an apple emoji in the comments down below so that I know and everybody else knows that you made it to the end of your reading. Okay, you guys have so much love to give, honestly. Like, out of the 3 readings I've done so far, this reading has made me feel like, honestly, like I have so much love for you guys, because I know how hard it can be when you go through really, really, really tough situations in your past, and you allow that to kind of like keep you stuck or keep you small, because you don't deserve that. You deserve to show the love, the real you. You deserve to defy gravity and defy all odds, okay? So I love you guys. And if you guys want to check out my other YouTube channel or my art store, I'll have that link down below, and all of the decks I've used today linked in the description box. And I'll see you lovelies in my next reading soon. Bye! Hi, pile number 1. This is your reading if you chose this clear quartz crystal right here. Okay, and we're going to be going into everything that has to do with your villain story, like your villain origin story, kind of your villain era, what energy is kind of around you currently, and then we're going to be getting into some advice and how you can kind of get away from this villain story, or turn everything that you've learned during your villain story into a positive, so that you can become the best version of yourself, right? So all of us have a villain story. We all have dark and light aspects of ourselves, okay? So this doesn't mean that you are 100% a true villain. It just means that you guys have had some stuff happen in the past. And we have 6 cards and then 1 card, so 7 total. This card is in the position of like the overall energy of your reading. And to me, this looks very positive with the 6 of Cups, but I also, it being a villain reading, this makes me think of vanity. Okay, this makes me think of like, you're looking for power, you're looking for public recognition, you're looking for vanity, you're looking for like this quote unquote happiness in all the wrong ways, and that's probably because you've been through it with especially the true love card coming out here in this like villain story. Like maybe something happened with like a true love partner, or maybe somebody who thought was a true love partner, or maybe somebody cheated on you and you're this Ursula character in the background and you're like, oh my god, what is happening? We were gonna get married and now this is all like ruined. Okay, because we have the Page of Cups coming up here next to you and the 8 of Wands. So something happened, something that was very emotional, very like you didn't know anything about it until it happened. Like it was very like caught you off of guard. And also we had the Emperor and the Empress show up both in reverse. So to me that's just like shows me like both the feminine and the masculine energy are totally off here, right? With them being in reverse, it's like a masculine, and of course it doesn't have to be in that you were, you know, like the same gender. Okay, it could just be like, you know, that kind of energy that was around you at that time. So with the Emperor and the Empress being in reverse, to me it's just like everything is totally out of whack and you are just again, it kind of goes with that true love situation. Like, I really get the sense that some of you had, like, something ripped away from you. Maybe if it was through cheating, or if it was because the other person broke up with you and you had no idea that this was happening, or, you know, something even worse happened, like a partner passed away or something like that. I'm sorry. I'm just really sorry for this whole situation. It just sounds awful, right? And I think that's why we have the Six of Cups showing up here and the King of Wands showing up here, because it's like, you know, the King of Wands to me is somebody who is like Jafar. Like, he's like, yo, I'm like this flashy dude. Like, I'm showing off all of the stuff that I have. I'm showing off I'm flexing my power. I'm flexing my little staff, right? And I feel like you put that up as a facade, as a wall, because you have truthfully been so hurt. And it was from somebody that you trusted or cared about deeply. And obviously, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a best friend. It could be a family member. For a lot of you, though, because it does say true love, I'm going to stick with, like, the whole relationship aspect, like the romantic relationship aspect of this. And this is why I think you have the Six of Cups. Because you're looking to fill that void. That is no longer, like, that thing that is no longer there. You're looking to fill that with power, with recognition, with admiration, with wealth, with whatever it is for you, right? Okay, like, this was the fastest little origin story lowdown that I had out of all of the readings, because it's so, like, punches you in the gut. Like, I immediately, as soon as this is the first card that I pulled, and I was like, oh, that's so weird. Like, that's such a positive card. Why is that here in this one? And then I started getting all the other cards out, and I was like, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Your feminine and masculine energies are also thrown off, right? Because of this, like, true love situation. So you want to be loved and cared for, but you don't know how to go about that in the right way with the Empress, like with this nurturing and loving energy. And with the Emperor in reverse, you're like showing your power in all the wrong way, or trying to get recognition in all the wrong way, because the Emperor is somebody who just knows, like, he stands in his authority. He doesn't need other people to tell him or to, like, you know, hype him up to make him feel good about himself. He already knows. Whereas Jafar over there, the King of Wands, because he is very fiery, right? If somebody throws a little bit of water onto him, it's going to dampen his day, right? So that is kind of like your origin story, and your like what kind of energy is around you right at this moment in time. And I know you guys don't want to be here because, like, you've been hurt before. You want to have, like, this recognition. You want to have that deep love that you once had. But let me tell you, if somebody, obviously this isn't going to happen for everybody, because, you know, partners go away for different reasons. But if your partner cheated on you, for the person out there listening to this, if your partner cheated on you and you guys were engaged, or you were married, or you were in a relationship for a really long time, or even, you know, it doesn't matter if you just got cheated on, right? That person is a scumbag and you don't deserve them. So I'm just putting it out there. You should be happy that you are no longer with that person, because even though it hurts, right, or it hurt a lot, and you've convinced yourself that it doesn't hurt anymore, it's still affecting you, right? And you shouldn't let that hold you back, and shouldn't let that hold you back from finding true love and happiness. Okay? So we're going to get a couple more cards from this deck. I will have all of the decks that I'm using linked in the description box down below. Okay, pile number 4. Your cards just don't want to come out today. What is that about? I'm going to do the bottom of the deck. Ooh, we have Inner Sanctum Sweet Violet. Inner Sanctum Sweet Violet. Wow. Okay, I'm going to actually read from the book on this one because I'm interested to see what it says, because this isn't a new deck. I've had this for a couple months, but I haven't actually gotten that card either. So where did my book go? Oh, it's over here. Sweet Violet. Sweet Violet, sweet, sweet Violet, sings of sun and springtime, carpeting meadows and lawns with lush purple petals. But this glorious show is a mere flirtation. Her true abundance comes in autumn, when quietly, with a little fanfare, she shares her seed with the earth, setting the stage for next spring's performance. Violet has no trouble separating public from private. She knows both her place and season. She's the gossip column socialite who quietly works in a soup kitchen on Wednesdays, knowing life's most important work isn't always done in the public eye. So this 100% goes with what I was talking about before with the Four of Cups. Okay, like you're trying to seek like validation, external validation, and you need to have this kind of sweet violet energy, okay? I get it. I 100% get it. We all need a little bit of external validation, okay? But you can't let your entire self-worth come from that. You have to also do things in private just for you because you love to do them. So like example, the soup kitchen. If you want to help people out, right? Because with the Page of Cups, like you have, and all of this true love, like you have so much love to give. You have such a big heart, which is why you're finding it hard to like navigate this like whole true love situation. Like you're like, I can't understand how somebody could do that to me or how that could happen to me. And it's time for you to start to look within and see where you can change, where you can mend things for yourself. And also not be so concerned with trying to make other people like you. Make yourself like you. Because I feel like some of you blame yourself from this situation. Even if you know logically, like, I'm not the one who cheated. I'm not the one who left, right? I'm not the one who did the bad thing. You're still punishing yourself for it because you're like, well, if I did this, or if I hadn't done that, or if, whatever it is, like, wore this dress this day instead, like something really stupid, like you're blaming yourself for something that was not your problem, not your fault to begin with, okay? So it's time for you to really start taking care of yourself truthfully, not just in a vain or outside centered kind of way, okay? We have tough love. Yeah, I'm bringing the tough love to you guys. Lavender. You guys are a warrior. You guys are so strong. Like I've said, you've gone through some shit, okay? You've gone through some crazy stuff, and it is time for you to take a back seat on like trying to make other people like you and focus on making yourself like you. Focus on that tiger that lives within side of you. Within side of you. Did I say that correctly? Within you, not within inside you. Within you, right? Focus on that tiger that is inside of you. Focus on the love that's inside of you. Okay? You do not need to be worried about what other people think of you, because I know that, especially coming from a situation, a true love situation that didn't work out, like you're going to blame yourself like, oh, I should have done this. I could have been this. I could have done that. Right? You shoulda, woulda, coulda. Right? Tough love is you need to work on yourself and stop being worried about whether people like you or not. Stop trying to people please. That's why you're so out of balance with the Emperor and the Empress showing up here. Okay? And then the final card we have from this deck is a spoonful of sugar, marshmallow. Yeah. Right? Reminiscent of kind of a wedding cake. It's kind of a little slap in the face, but for some of you. But again, it's like you have to find that spoonful of sugar in the blackness, like in the burnt bits of the cake. You have to find the goodness in all of that sadness, right? That has to be what propels you forward, not not like blaming yourself or shaming yourself because something didn't work out, or because somebody, you know, you were in a toxic relationship and they made you think that you were the problem when you really weren't, right? Okay, so one of the other cards we have is step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Yeah, it's time for you to stop worrying about what other people think of you and step out of your comfort zone and really find out who you are. Who are you? Who is Bethany? Who is Erica? Who is Tiffany? Who are all of these people? Who are you? Are you this Six of Cups? I don't think that's who you are. I think that you're this sweet violet. This person who loves to help other people. I'm gonna cry. I feel like very emotional right now. Like, you are this beautiful person who wants to help people, who wants to be there for people. You are this rarity in this world. Right? Whenever this season, you can be friends with everybody. That's why you have the Six of Cups, because you're very good at socializing with people. You're very good at that. But you're also somebody who has a huge, huge heart, and you don't want to just be like the person who flexes their wealth or the person who flexes their accomplishments. You want to be that person who somebody calls on a Sunday afternoon and they're like, hey, this just happened. Do you think you could come over? Or you want to be that person like at the soup kitchen, right? You are that person, that sugar and that spice. That's who you are, okay? We're going to get one final message for group number 4 on just advice for them for their villain era and how to get through it, how to navigate it, and so how they can recognize how strong and delicate they are. This card. Yes, we have a take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. Breath work, it will be very good for you guys, okay? Especially if you guys are people who get a little anxious. Breath work could be very good for you to navigate sometimes like the overwhelming anxiety or doubt that comes along, like sometimes like with the true love situation or like the Page of Cups here, like kind of navigating all of this like craziness, like this tiger that lives within you. Making sure that you take time to breathe. Okay? Take 5 seconds. Let's do it right now. Okay? Everybody, we're going to breathe in for 5 seconds. We're going to hold for, we'll do like 8 seconds, and then we'll breathe out for as long as you can. Are we ready? And let it out. It helps ground you. It helps you feel clear. That clarity. That's why you have this stone here. That clarity. Wow. Lots of information for you guys. Also, this just came to my mind right at the end. If you need to cry, take a good time to cry. Crying is not bad. Crying is releasing like that cortisol and the other emotions that need to come out and things like that, because you've been through it and you deserve to cry. If you need to cry, you go ahead and have a good freaking cry, okay? Pile number 4. So pile number 4, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope that it helped you a lot. If it did, please make sure to give a big thumbs up. Make sure to leave a comment down below on how this helped you. Make sure to subscribe, and let's put a heart emoji in the comments down below so that I know and everybody else knows you made it to the end of your reading. Okay, I'm sending you guys so much love at this time because like, whew, this was a lot for you guys. I understand why you feel the way that you do. And I hope to see all of your loveliness in my next reading soon. Love you. Bye.